Hi guys, my name is Khoza, and as you know, on this platform, I share some of the ways I've been surviving as a non-funded medical student. And on today's video, I will be focusing on language tutoring, and I've been doing this with iTalki, ITALKI, which is an international online language learning platform. So you basically get to tutor languages, and these include, I think, in the South African context, you can tutor Afrikaans, English, isiZulu, and many other languages as well. You just have to go on their website to inquire what their service offering is and see if you can basically tutor there. Okay, so don't mind me, I wrote some stuff down here just so I can just so I don't forget. Okay, so I'll just keep on looking down. But yeah, another thing I enjoy is that you basically get to interact with people from all walks of life. And I've really been inspired by most of my students. They're really doing great things for themselves. And I really just aspire to be just like them. It's really, yeah, they've got some really inspiring stories that I won't share in today's video or ever. But yeah, that's basically what the platform offers. So moving on to the type of teacher that you can be on the platform. So there's two types of teachers. You can either be a community tutor or you can be a professional teacher. So the distinguishing factor here is just your certification, right? So if you don't have any teaching certificate, right, it could be a degree, diploma, any certificate, anything that qualifies you to be a teacher, then you'll be a community tutor, right? But if you do have that, then that makes you a professional teacher, right? So that's what I am on the platform. I have a TESOL certificate, right? Except for my other qualifications, I just use the TESOL certificate to teach on the platform, right? And that's what makes me a professional teacher. Okay, so you can maybe go online, try to look for a few organizations that offer, a TEFL certificate, then see if you can, work with them and get your certification if you want to be a professional teacher. I used international, I think it's the International TEFL organization. I'll insert their link in the description box just so you can maybe have a look at them as well. Their certificate wasn't really that expensive. I did mine in 2021. It cost me something like between 400 and 500 rands, and that's really not a lot considering how much you'll be making and the type of certification you get, right? So yeah, that's basically pretty much it. So I think the only distinguishing factor, except for what I mentioned on the platform, is also that you will be setting your own rates, right? So if you're a community tutor, the minimum you can charge is probably like $8 or $7. But as a professional teacher, it goes a bit high, right? The minimum you can charge for a lesson is $10. So that's the only distinguishing factor. Otherwise, there really isn't much that sets you apart, because before getting the certificate, I was a tutor, and most of the things I learned from the certification of a course are things I already was implementing and things I already knew as a tutor. So you don't have to, you could get the certificate, that's totally fine, that's really okay, and I do recommend it, but otherwise there really isn't anything that sets you apart entirely, okay, especially if you are skilled in other things, okay. So yeah, and maybe another thing is that as a professional teacher, you will get the title on the platform, and as a community tutor, you'll have the community tutor title as well. So if you're a professional teacher, you'll probably get more clients, right? But this is not a rule that is set in stone. It's just people's preference, right? So if I prefer to have a professional teacher teaching me, then I'll rather go for a professional teacher, right? So that's the only thing really that sets you apart. So maybe get the certification, I do highly recommend. And then moving on to the working hours. So as I mentioned, that this is an international organization, so you have to be cognizant of people's time zones, right? Just yesterday I had a client at like 1 a.m. And yeah, you have to sometimes sacrifice your sleep, and that's totally fine if you really want this. So yeah, just be aware of the time zone differences, and you will have to. So once you're now approved and are a teacher on the platform, you'll then have to set your own availability, and then clients or students will then book a lesson with you depending on your availability. Okay, so most of the people who use this platform are from abroad, right? So even though I do get clients from South Africa at times, but most of them are from abroad, right? So you maybe want to set your availability to accommodate them as well. Okay. So then, yeah, moving on to the pay, I think I mentioned that you set your own rates. So with setting your own rates, iTalki will take a portion of the money, right? It's really not a lot. They don't take a lot of money from you. I think with one of the lessons I offer, I charge $14 for an hour, and that roughly amounts to something between 200 and 300 rands, and they only take like $2 and something cents, right? So that's really not much considering how much you're making. Okay, and then just if you are now onboarded, there's a few processes you'll have to follow, but something you have to be cognizant of is the client influx, right? I think I didn't get my first client, until I was 3 months in to being a tutor for the platform. So sometimes the wait is long, but it definitely is worthwhile. You will definitely get your client, and just all of that. Okay, which now makes me or which takes me to the next point, which is the types of lessons you want to offer, right? So let's take, for instance, English, right? So you can offer English teaching or English lessons to young kids, to older adults. You probably will have a target market, right? So you don't have to offer everything in English or everything pertaining to English. You could just focus on one thing in that language, right? So you could offer business English that's still accepted in the platform, and stuff like that. So it just depends on the types of lessons you want to offer. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So you will also have the option to offer lesson packages, right? So with a lesson package, that means so instead of a client just booking one lesson with you, you can offer them a set of lessons, maybe 10 lessons at a discount. And that just ensures that you retain your clients, for a very long time. So that's something I really offer as well. And I would definitely encourage you to offer it also, because it just makes sure or ensures that you get clients in the long run and you retain your clients, because that's what you want. You want money in the long run, not just now. You want sustainability. The first step you want to follow when making your application. So you'll just go online and maybe look up iTalki Open Languages. Just search for this, and then it will take you to this, or rather look for this link here, right? So is my language open for application? So you go there, and then you will get to this page, which has, if you scroll down, you'll get this list of languages that are currently open. So this is their service offering. So these are all the languages they offer on the platform. But there's, if you can maybe have a look at this list, isiZulu is not there, but that doesn't mean it's not offered, right? Yeah, so I did reach out to the support team, and they mentioned that they still do offer isiZulu, so you can make your application, and I think it's currently open for isiZulu. So this list is updated weekly, and the next update will be on the 23rd of September 2024. So yeah, just have a look at this and see if the language you want to tutor is currently open. And then you may also want to go, so when you start with your application, this is the page you'll go to. So is your language open yet? You'll check the list. This is the list that I did show you guys. And then the type of teacher, I've also mentioned this to you. And then the video introduction is something you'll do at a later stage, once you've been enrolled as a tutor. Okay, so yeah, that's basically what you want to do on the platform. And then let me see. I think I want to show you my profile. So I'll try to log in just to see the user interface. Okay, so yeah, this is the welcome page. If you're a student, and then just to find a teacher. And if you guys want to maybe have a look at my introductory video or introduction video, then you can just go on here, type my surname there. Then, okay, there's my profile. So you can just listen to my video over there. Then you'll see my service offering. Okay, so this is just a bit about myself, what I do, the number of students I have, lessons and stuff like that. These are the lessons I'm offering. English lessons, Zulu, those are my lesson packages and stuff. Okay. And then that's my availability. And then, just reviews down there. And then if you want to play my introductory video, you can just go here. Then you'll be able to view the video. Okay, so yeah, that's
Hi
pretty
there.
much it. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So once you're done with your application, you may get pre-approval, and what that is basically them telling you that, okay, so you've met all the requirements, and you are eligible to be a tutor or a teacher, right? So the next thing you do is you will have to complete a quiz based on a tutorial they'll give you, and yeah, that's pretty much it. You also have to upload your ID for verification and all your certificates, especially if you are a professional teacher and apply to be a professional teacher on the platform. So that's the only thing you'll do. And then after, you will just wait for some time, maybe a few days, few weeks, to get your final approval. And once you've been approved, you can then start with your video introduction, right? So you saw mine, guys. You saw my video introduction. Now that I'm looking back, I'm just like, okay, there's probably a few things I can change there, but you can have a look at it just for inspiration, just to see what to say, and what to add in your video. I'll probably also edit my age there, which is not the wisest thing to do because I'm no longer 21 now. So yeah, maybe don't add your age. But you can go online and see what to add in the video. I've seen quite a few videos of other guys who have some posters behind them, and especially if you're targeting younger kids, you want to have something that will grab their attention, an environment that is welcoming to kids, right? So maybe have a poster in the background with alphabets, with fruits and everything else, that's probably what you're going to do. And then, after your video lesson or video introduction, you will set up your lesson packages, right? So this is where you set up your rates, and then you also give a brief description of the type of lessons you're offering, and yeah, just basically that's pretty much everything. I think that's it. So if you are a student, right, you probably have access to a laptop. You probably have access to Wi-Fi if you're on campus, right? So this is a really wonderful opportunity to take up, right? I did not have data back then. I only was relying on the campus Wi-Fi, and at some point I also I did not have a laptop, so I would go to the computer facilities at school, and host some of my sessions there. And it's not that the most ideal thing to do, because it's a computer lab, so people are probably studying, and there's some noise in the background and stuff like that. So do invest in a laptop once you get some money. You can also use a tablet. I've been using my tablet for quite some time now to host some of my sessions. And that's pretty much it. Then if you're using a computer, you might not have a webcam, so you don't have to buy an external webcam. You can use an app. There's an app that I use on my phone. It's called Droid Cam. So you download the app on your phone and you also download it on the computer, right? And it basically turns your phone into a webcam, and it's better quality, right? The picture quality is really good because it's your phone, right? That's probably what you want to do. And yes, that's everything from my end. I really hope this was informative and that you guys will apply. Please do apply. And all the best with your applications. If you need some help, you can reach out to me, maybe on my DMs if you've got specific questions. DMs, email, anything can work. Anything works really. And that's pretty much it from my side. A noun or a personal noun, right? So if you change the ending of the verb to make it a common noun, then it will be peko. Okay, it ends with an O. And then if we make it a personal noun, Yes, yes, your A to the O, right? Then if you make it a personal noun, it will change into an I. Okay. Peki.